Top of the stretch, the Nova Scotia Stake for 3-year-old pacing colts. A non-wagering event with two starters, Big Joe Dobie and Fernhill Breeze, going for $9,914. They're off, and as they lead the gate, that's Big Joe Dobie on the inside at the rail to grab the early lead as they race into that first turn. Unhurried second is Fernhill Breeze, who sits 2.5 lengths back second. 3-year-old colts move into the backstretch as they make their way onto the opening quarter. It's Big Joe Dobie in control, with Fernhill Breeze tracking along in the 2 spot. They straighten out into the backstretch as they approach the opening quarter. Big Joe Dobie controlling the early pace, still there by 2.5, with Fernhill Breeze sitting patiently in the pocket second as they race now to the 3/8. No change in positions. Big Joe Dobie still in control. 30 seconds was the opening quarter, and biding his time in the 2 spot is Fernhill Breeze as they make their way off the top turn. Racing into the lane now as they approach the halfway marker. It's Big Joe Dobie with the lead. Still by 2.5 with Fernhill Breeze giving chase second, arriving at the halfway marker. Big Joe Dobie yet to be put to the test as they move into the lower turn. Fernhill Breeze yet to move off the rail from 2. They were past the half, 1:01 and 1/5 second. They make their way into the backstretch as they approach the 3/4. Big Joe Dobie now to the outside. Here comes Fernhill Breeze. The race is on as they move on down the backstretch to approach the 3/4. Big Joe Dobie out there now just by a length outside. And pressuring is Fernhill Breeze as they make their way into the turn, approaching the 7/8. Big Joe Dobie now under pressure from Fernhill Breeze. 3/4 in 1:33. They move past the 7/8 and rough gated off stride. Their second went Fernhill Breeze. That leaves Big Joe Dobie all alone now as they turn for home. It's Big Joe Dobie out there by some 6 lengths as they drive down the lane, and Big Joe Dobie will take the Nova Scotia Stake for 3-year-old pacing colts. Fernhill Breeze back down pacing, closing in second. Now back in victory lane is the winner of the Nova Scotia Stake for 3-year-old pacing colts. Number 1, Big Joe Dobie. Brown Gillett, son of Electric Stena, out of the No Pan Intended Dam, Boysdale Banshee. Owned, bred, and trained by Joe Janega of Port Hawkesbury. Danny Romo, the winning driver. Big Joe Dobie winning the Nova Scotia Stake in 2:02 and 4/5. Penny Wesley trackside on behalf of the Nova Scotia Stake, making the blanket presentation.